When it comes to Irish whiskey, there are always two pillars that people will always recommend: Green Spot and Redbreast.
But which one's better for a noob?
Let's find out in this week's video. Welcome back to the channel. My name's Matt, I'm the Whiskey Nerd.
My name's Rose and I'm a whiskey noob.
And like I said, this week we're going to try and find out which of these two whiskies is kind of better for a whiskey noob, considering that they are kind of the core expressions of the uniquely Irish style of whiskey, of pot still whiskey. So you're going to turn your back and I'm going to pour these out.
Ooh, it's another blind taste test.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll turn my back.
Yeah. So like I said, these are Irish pot still whiskies. And it is a style of whiskey that's unique to Ireland, so you can only make pot still whiskey in Ireland. And these are both actually made by the same distillery.
Really?
But because it's pot still whiskey, it is kind of unique. You can turn back around.
Okay.
So pot still whiskey, it's unique in that the mash bill can vary. It's not going to be all single malt. It's not going to be all unmalted barley. So distillers are able to use different amounts of malted and unmalted barley to get different kind of flavors, and that's what they've done here. So there's a different proportion of malted and unmalted barley. So despite it coming from the same distillery, very different whiskies. They were both aged in bourbon casks and sherry casks.
Ooh, sherry.
Yeah. So you're gonna get vanilla, you're gonna get kind of those spiced kind of notes coming through from the sherry casks, but very different. So this is a 12-year-old whiskey.
Okay.
This is a no age statement whiskey, but is generally between 7 and 10 years old, the whiskies that go into the blend. So they're both nicely aged, both nicely flavored, but which one's better?
Okay, and just to be clear, I've probably tried these at some point in time, but I haven't had either of these in a very, very long time. I don't even remember the last time I had these.
Yeah,
so this is going to be interesting.
They are very distinctive whiskies. They do taste very different, and
Okay.
I can pick them out like that. But let's see which one's better for you.
Okay, cool. So I just go with either of
Whichever
them?
one you want. Go for the nose first.
Okay, we'll try this one first. Alright, so. Oh, the nose is lovely. It smells kind of caramelly.
Okay.
Very sweet and caramelly.
Very sweet and caramelly.
Almost sugary, syrupy sweetness, if I could say that.
Okay. What with the other one?
Okay, alright. Let's try this one. Gotta clear up my nose. This smells very different.
Very different.
Very. It's a lot lighter notes.
Okay.
And I feel like I've got to really put my nose in there to pick it out.
Okay.
There's sweetness in there. It's just a more subtle sweetness.
Okay, they're both coming in at 40% ABV.
Okay.
So 40%, so not going to be overpowering in the nose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe more vanilla or something, or fruits.
Okay.
But definitely not the same hit with caramel that I get with this one on the nose.
Okay, and aged for how many years? 12 years, 10 years, 7
I
years?
need a little
6
bit more
years?
time before I can figure out age from a nose.
Okay. But is there a strong oak influence coming off them?
Okay, so I associate oak with vanilla.
Okay.
Unless I can taste woody notes. But I can usually do that better on the taste, unless it's boom in my face.
Okay.
I'm assuming this has more oak because it's lighter and has more vanilla.
Give the other one a smell. You can hold them both.
Oh, okay. Oh. I know, I'm just a little confused now. I'm confused. I have no idea.
Okay. Well, which one, on the nose, which one would you prefer?
This one.
This one. The first
Whatever
one.
this one is.
Okay. Let me go get you a glass of water and then go in for the palate.
Okay.
Okay, so go in for the palate.
Okay, alright.
First one again?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, that tastes different from the nose. Oh.
So the nose you said was caramel, syrup.
Yeah. It almost tastes a little peaty.
It almost tasted peaty.
A little bit.
So neither of these whiskeys are peated.
Well, that's not my problem.
Could it be oak char influence coming through?
It might be charred oak, because I get that confused with peat a bit. Hold on. Let's try again.
Let's try again.
Okay. I'm gonna go with your suggestion of charred oak,
Okay.
but I don't get the same deep caramelly syrupiness that I got on the nose as I did as on the palate.
Okay, are you getting any spices, any fruits?
Oh yeah, there are definitely spices in there, for sure. It's not the same kind of traditional spices, because like usually when I say spices, I mean like the spice you put in apple pie. These are some other different spices, like a nutmeg heavy kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright. Always have to cleanse the palate. Alright, let's try this one.
Okay. Again, sweetness, fruitiness, spiciness, anything there?
Now, there are more similarities between these two on the palate.
Yeah, because they are
than on the
pastel.
nose.
So you're going to get a lot of the kind of the same creaminess, the spiciness. That is like the characteristic taste of pastel.
This one's a lot lighter in its flavor, for sure. Are they both in oak?
They're both in oak. They're both in bourbon and then sherry. Just maybe different amount of times.
Yeah, because there's definitely like, you get the oak flavor in both of them, but it is a bit different. Hold on, I'm gonna try again.
Yeah. They also both retail for the same price, so there is no real difference. It's just a matter of taste on how you like these.
There's still like some of the spice in there, I think. I don't get tons of fruit off of them. Like I can't really pick out like berries or like a pear or anything like that.
Okay. Any pears, apples, anything like that?
Maybe like a green? Like a tart green apple, maybe?
Okay, do you want to try it again?
Okay. It's definitely just lighter. Like they're very different tasting.
Yeah.
The nose is different, the palate is different, even though there's some similarities on the palate. It's like the level of flavor is different.
Okay.
Like you tell, like I know you just didn't like try to trick me and put the same whiskey in both of them and be like,
yeah, they're very distinctive whiskeys. Which one on the palate do you think is winning?
Oh, for like which one I like better?
Because you preferred this one on the nose, the first one, the syrupy, sugary nose.
Let's try this one again. This one on the palate, this one on the nose, this one on the palate.
Okay.
Yeah.
So because this one is lighter, is that right? Okay.
Like this one, there's loads of flavor in this one. But I think it might be too much flavor for me. I feel like I'm an easy sipping whiskey kind of lady. So I think I like this one a little bit better for me, for that purpose.
Okay, you do like single grain whiskeys, you do like the lighter kind of whiskeys?
I do, I am a single grain kind of woman.
Okay. Let's go deciding vote now on the finish. So have another little sip and see which is the best.
Okay. Let's cleanse the palate. Alright, let's try this one on the finish, right?
On the finish.
Alright. This one.
Yeah? Why?
Nose. Palate finish.
Why
it's
the finish?
smoother. It's smoother. It's more like I feel like it's more of a whole journey versus this is a little bit more complex.
Okay, so for a noob you would say
This one.
no complexity. Let go for the easier to drink whiskeys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is typically the way to go, like because it's gonna be harder for someone to unpack something that has way more flavors.
Yeah.
So there's generally the simpler the whiskey, you can kind of train your palate, you can get used to drinking
Definitely.
the kind of the easier drinking whiskeys, and then you can go in without feeling like you've wasted money on a really expensive whiskey.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so you preferred Green Spot.
Really?
Yeah, and we did our review of Gold Spot last week, and you did like Gold Spot.
What if I like the spots?
I think the Spot whiskey, you like that kind of the blend they have of the malted and unmalted barleys. Yeah, so Green Spot was your winner for a whiskey noob.
Okay.
But you did like the Redbreast.
Yeah.
You can see why
it's not like I disliked it or anything.
Yeah, you can see why people recommend.
Yeah.
Kind of go for a Redbreast, go for Green Spot. They're very good whiskeys.
Like when we were at Whiskey Live Dublin, so many people said that Redbreast was their favorite whiskey.
Yeah, a lot of people actually really like Redbreast because it is good. And once you get used to whiskey, like Redbreast, because it has a bit more time in the barrels, a little bit more deep, kind of as the two entry-level whiskeys, Redbreast might be that better kind of flavor, but Green Spot has so much to offer as well.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
This is fun.
Yeah.
We should do more like this. I like this. It tests my ability to pick things out and not knowing anything in advance.
Yeah, well then I'll let you sip on this one.
Okay.
We put out whiskey reviews on Wednesdays, whiskey cocktails on Fridays, and every now and then fun videos like this on Mondays. So if you want to see more, make sure you hit subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching.